Hello, I am Alex from Senso Devices. Nobody is helping me with recording this video, so I'm sorry about if it will be not so good as expected. I am engineer. So, I'm going to tell you about virtual glass and how to use it. This is basically just a controller for tracking fingers with a haptic feedback. And this is wireless controller, which means we use wireless transport to send data to the computer or helmet. And for transferring data we use a special radio stick, because we use proprietary radio, but also a version with Bluetooth available as well. Well, definitely we cannot connect this stick to the smartphone. Well, it is possible to do, but not convenient. So sometimes Bluetooth is better because of, well, we don't have any other way, but sometimes we have a lot of devices nearby, like Wi-Fi devices, Bluetooth devices, and also microwave ovens. So for this we have two options. And in order to choose Bluetooth or wireless connectivity with stick, we just need to upload proper firmware on the glove. And this uploading can be done over USB cable. We provide everything, of course. So about compatibility. Like I said, it is a controller like any joystick, but joystick has buttons and the glove doesn't have any buttons. This is different. And also joystick typically doesn't have way of scanning movement of fingers, just a buttons, but we have it. So speaking about compatibility and SteamVR, there is a standard for SteamVR. It is a skeleton of the hand. Any game which supports skeleton of the hand able to visualize your hand in virtual space and provide some kind of interaction with objects. For example, in SteamVR Home you have a room with some objects, and you can see your virtual hand and manipulate with those objects. I will show it later. And the same about other applications or games. For example, Half-Life Alyx has very decent tracking possibilities, I mean proper skeleton of the hand. So it is a good example of using gloves for playing some real game. But of course it is not for any application, because typically most of games just use some poses linked with specific actions. For example, when you push trigger, you will probably see something like this in the game. Or when you're trying to do grip, you will see like this. And unfortunately the same is gloves. But it is not limitation of glove itself, it is just a way of showing your hand in the game. Depends on game developer and other things. So about SteamVR and about HMDs. It is also tricky one, because with the possibility of tracking fingers via IMU sensors, we have angular data, but we don't have exact position in space. And while we can track bending and unbending or stretching or something else, spreading, while we have way providing haptic feedback, we don't have exact position your hand in space. So we can track angular data, but we cannot track movements, especially relatively to the HMD. And for this, we have several methods of tracking. So, if we're talking about helmet like HTC Vive with lighthouses, the best way is to use it with trackers. For example, this one called Thunder Tracker. It is like a Vive tracker, you know, this crown, but smaller in size, and the same about everything else. So now I'm going to put it on my hand, and yeah. So this is how it can work with the tracker. We have a tracker located here. It means we have exact position of the hand in space, and then SteamVR driver can use this data and map it to the position of the hand and provide everything in most proper way via SteamVR API. But even without tracking, without this tracker, we also have possibility to track our hands, but not very accurate, based on only angular data. And later I'll show you difference with tracker and without tracker. So in case we use not HTC Vive helmet, but let's say Meta Quest 2 or Quest 2, yeah. So in this case we also can use SteamVR as provider of visual data, and we can use third-party software called ALVR. It is open source software, and this software able to deliver data over Wi-Fi to the HMD, and also it can provide data from cameras. Well, not exactly cameras, but hand tracking data. It means we will have position of our hands in space, and we can use it as like a tracking data. What is good about ALVR? It is that we can use it with any kinds of HMDs, and I personally tested it with Pico 4 and also with Focus, Vive Focus 3. All of them work the same way, except quality of tracking your hands. So black glove is not really good for tracking if we are speaking about tracking with cameras. And while Oculus Quest has very decent quality of tracking, I cannot tell the same about others. So Pico is good, but Focus 3 is not so good. Black one is not the best option for this. But if you are going to use Focus 3, maybe it is better to use different color of the glove. So we can provide different colors. Red one, and also this bluish, gray, I don't know, kind of blue, yeah. So those kind of gloves can be tracked much better with Focus. For Oculus Quest is mostly the same, but well, it is matter of trying and seeing how it works. It also depends on external light. If you have very good light, well, you'll have better quality, obviously. So speaking about first time calibration procedure and all other things. Now I'm going to show you how it works, and let's see. Okay. So after downloading and installing a Senso driver software and launching this graphic interface, you will see something like this. So now I'm going to do rescan and first time connection procedure. Okay, now I have a lot of them because, well, I have a lot of them nearby, but I'm going to choose just this one. Yep. So now I'm pushing save, config and calibrate. And first time calibration procedure requires that you need to put your hand in this position. Just, put it on something flat like your table or something, and save and calibrate. And now I need to raise it this way. Yep, now I have it. So I have all my fingers in this screen, and I also can check if all vibration motors work as designed. I have some FN buttons for each finger and wrist. Yep. And now we can do just disconnect it. And repeat the same for the right one. So, yep. Now save and calibrate for the right one the same way. Okay, great. Disconnect. So now I finish it with basically everything, and now I just can launch SteamVR and see how it works. So let's start with this legacy HTC Vive helmet. I'm going to switch on lighthouses and connect my monitor HDMI cable. Okay, so now I'm going to launch SteamVR and we will see what we have. Okay, so sometimes we need to switch on add-ons. Here we have this warning sign, some add-ons blocked, so we can manage them and unblock and also restart. Now it is restarting, and let's check what we have. Oh, okay, much better. So now we have our palms, hands, and here in SteamVR, and we also have screen. Yep. So right now I'm not using my trackers, and the position of hand in space is relative to the HMD and this anchor point. So in order to put my hands in the proper position, I'm just going to do this. Just put my hand in the front of me and spreading fingers this way. Okay. So now I have my hand. Yep. I can use my fingers and you see what is going on. Yep. And the same for the left one. Yep. So I will show you better camera view, so you will see me and okay, I guess it is better. So now you see my hands in the VR and also taking fingers. Yeah. So in order to use some gestures, we have binding. For example, for teleporting in some area, I can use just this gesture. And also we need to recenter it because my base stations are not in the same position as before, so I need to recenter my room. Let me do it quickly. Okay, so I recalibrated floor level, etc. Now it should be much better. My computer is not so fast, but anyway, it will be in a moment. Oh no, yeah, much better. So now I can use my hands and I can do some teleporting gestures like this one. Yep. And now I can, let's say, grab something. Yep. So you see, I can just use my hands to grab objects in most natural way, and I can do something with it. For using snap turn left to right, I can use fast movement this way. And now I can teleport somewhere outside and let's say I can just scale it or just leave it. Let me be teleported and see. Oh yeah, now we have it. So, with using just angular data from the IMUs, I'm able to use my hands. I can do some things, and when I run any other game, I also can do something like this. So let me show how it works in a different kind of game. It is basically demo called Moondust. Moondust demo. Let me return to the room and launch it. Where it is? Where it is? Okay, this one, Moondust demo. It is just game designed for showing Knuckles controller. And here you can see this is Knuckles controller. So we just simulate the same one with the virtual glove because it can track fingers as well, without spreading them apart, but with all different things. So let me show how this game can be used with the virtual lab. I'm going to switch off VR because the game already has it. And now we can very different hands, but all the same about fingers and all the same about tracking. And when I do something, I feel also a haptic feedback because game send haptic effect to the controller and to the operation motors. So let me try to do something like this one. And also, while I'm bending my fingers, you can see different numbers on the left and right side. So it is mostly the same as it's supposed to work with a knuckles controller. Just above. So let me grab something. It is better to use it in HMD. Yep, now I have it. So I can grab and I can touch something to this station. Yeah, a little bit strange, but still. Yep. So speaking about quality of tracking and the proper position in space, you see that while it is working, still accuracy is not the same. So now I am going to add the additional trackers, and I will show how it improves quality of tracking. For this, I need to switch on this control tracker. I don't know which one is this, left or right, or basically it is just matter of binding, proper binding. So yeah, now it is tracking. Yeah, it is left one. Good. I'll put it on my hand. Yeah. So what is the difference? Difference is that now I have better position of hand in space. And this tracker can provide me not just angular data, but also proper orientation hand, and also possibility to move my hand in different directions without actually, rotating it. And this one is different because I don't have tracker on it. So now position of my hand is pretty much accurate. So how can we bind proper tracker to the proper hand? Well, for this we can use manage tracker. Yeah, I guess so. Manage tracker. Yeah. this one tracker, it is active because it is green, and important thing, it needs to be in roll elbow, left elbow or right elbow. And when I change it to the right elbow, yeah, it means it can be used for right hand. So, how it works now? Oh yeah, I need to return to the game. Okay, so now it is really different. I have tracker on my hand, but it's designed for the right hand. So when I move my left hand, you see both of them moving in a way. So it's complete. I'll just put another tracker to my hand, and this one will be bound to the left. Okay, now it is left elbow, and this one can be right. Okay, now I have two trackers, and they are in the proper position, and now we will see how it works. I'm not sure what is really fun. It is camera. No, I have never switched it on. Not so good. This trigger is not working very well. Well, I have a broken one, but still. This one is working good, and now it can provide proper position of the hand. So let's move to the other kind of helmets, like Oculus Quest. I'm going to close this SteamVR. Yes, closing it. And putting off my HMD. Okay, so for using it with other helmets, I need to use ALVR software, and this is this one. So you can pretty easily locate it in with Google or something, and you can download it from the GitHub, and this version 20.7.1 is a pretty good one because it can work with the own kind of helmet I have. So I already installed it on my computer, and this is ALVR application itself. So one part should be installed on the HMD itself, for example this Oculus Quest, and another one, another part of software located on computer. So what is important about using ALVR? Well, it is third-party software, so you cannot just download it from some kind of Oculus store or whatever Meta has. You need to upload it with a ADB interface or with some side quests. I never tried before, but typically I use just ADB. So ADB is again software you can easily find. Yeah. For example, this one. How to install ADB Android debug bridge onto your computer, and then how to upload anything on the HMD. So you can just follow the instruction and do the same. Yeah. And after all, when you have ADB installed, all you need just put in the command line like ADB install ALVR client, Android, etc. And it will be done. Of course, you need to connect your helmet via USB cable to the computer, then launch ADB install something, and you'll have it. And then in third-party software here, you can find ALVR software. You can launch it and use it. So now I'm going to show you how you can use it. So, ALVR. About connection part, all you need just add some helmet to it, but it can be done later. And here in settings you can change resolution if you like. Let's say if your Wi-Fi connectivity between helmet and computer is not good. For example, I'm using cable connection to the computer and wireless 5G to the Wi-Fi base station. So if I use Wi-Fi for computer and for helmet, quality will be not good. Believe me. So here we have some settings about quality of graphics, like speed per quality, blah blah blah. You can change it, but like standard parameters, more or less fine. Quality per speed, but it is up to you. But what is important is to use way of using controllers. So here you can see headset. You can leave it as is, Quest 2. Well, yeah. For all kind of helmets, it is better to use just Quest 2. Yeah. And then you have controllers. They should be switched on, and also they should be tracked, but without enabling skeleton. And type of emulation mode is Quest 2 Touch. So you can try to use Valve Index, but well, there are some glitches with this. So best way is to use just Quest 2 Touch, but without enable skeleton. It is important part. Otherwise, you will have a scanning part from the helmet and not from the glove. Other things you can leave as is, but also here are some offsets. Left controller position offset and rotation and tracking position. So you have to put everything to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 for all of them. And other things you can leave without changing anything. And now I'm going to launch it and we will see. So, connection and launch SteamVR. Just this button. And here we need VR view. So, as you see, we have trackers and also hands. So when I put this HMD on my head, okay. So now I have my hands also in proper position, because I have tracking data from cameras, but I have finger position from the glass itself. And I can do the same thing as before. Let's say I can teleport, I can grab some object. Well, I don't have enough space for it, but still, if I had space, I could do this. No, I don't have enough space for this. But it is more or less the same. So this is how it works with the Oculus Quest. You see my hands, I can move my fingers, position is more or less accurate, and also I have button bindings with specific gestures. So in order to be able to perform different gestures or pressing buttons or something, I can do some tricks with my fingers. For example, this one means launch system menu. Probably. Or this one, I'm not so sure. Yeah, now I have it. System menu. And yeah. And also I can bend my fingers in a peculiar way to launch A or B button. For example, I can use this one or this one. Yep. My Wi-Fi connectivity is not so good, and sometimes I have these glitches. Yeah. I just opened the door and my Wi-Fi is much better now. Yeah. So now I can do some things. So this is how it works. And now I'm going to show you how it works with other helmets. For example, now I'm going to switch off my Oculus Quest and use Pico. So now we have Pico. We need some time for warming up. Okay. Yeah. So now I have Pico, and it is mostly the same. Yeah. So what is the difference between Pico and Oculus Quest? Quality of tracking. So let me show. Yep. So Pico can track my hands, but quality is not so good. And position is proper, but quality of tracking is not very good comparing with Oculus Quest. But if we use different kind of glove, I mean color of glove, probably we will have better results. So let me try use this one. It is not connected, but let's just try to check position of hand in space. So position now is much better just because of color. So I can move it pretty smoothly, and position itself is pretty accurate. And I believe we will have the same with the red color. So if blue one is not so good for you, maybe red one will be more pleasant. Again, Wi-Fi connectivity is not so good in my room. It is always better to have a hotspot located right in front of you in your room, and using 5G radio frequency. Anyway, let me check what we have. I believe I need to switch it on and off. Okay, Wi-Fi is working, and now let's start with ALVR. Okay, so issue was with my HMD, but by some reason it was disconnected from the Wi-Fi, but now it's more or less okay. So regarding color, the same. Red one is good for detecting it with cameras of the HMD, and the black one is not so good. And with wide focus, it even worse. So here we have proper position of hand in space, and the red color is fine for taking it with Pico 4. And let me show latest one, how it works with I will switch it off. Okay, so now I have wide focus tree, and let's see how it works. So this is red one. It can be tracked, but quality is not super perfect, but still I have position in space. And this one, it isn't checked at all. So now I use it without exact position with only IMU based tracking. Well, tracking quality itself is not so bad, but still it is not tracking with exact position from camera of the helmet. So for right hand I have position, for left hand I don't have, just because of color of the glove. So red one is more or less okay, and blue one, let me check how it works. I'm not so sure, but let's see. Yeah, it also, yeah. Again, we have some issues with Wi-Fi, so for this reason it is always better to have hotspot nearby you. So, position of this color is also not the best. I believe red one is the best. Let me check red one with focus tree for both hands. So, according to the observations, I would recommend you to use red one because, well, tracking quality is much better, but only with the focus tree. For Oculus Quest, difference is not so big, and for Pico, both blue and red more or less the same, but black one is not the best. Okay, so now I'm going to stop it and show how it works with Unity. Okay, so for Unity we can use again a SteamVR plugin. We don't need anything extra. So all we need just install SteamVR plugin exactly as described on their website. Let me find out where is it. Okay, so now here is SteamVR website, and here you can find how to implement SteamVR something into the Unity. So it is not our code or something, it is very standard thing to use with any kind of controller under SteamVR. If you have a Knuckles controller or any kind of controller, probably the best way it is to use this SteamVR plugin and step by step put it into the Unity, and you will have it. So now I'm going to launch project, and this is also standard theme with SteamVR plugin, and you will see how it works with the Oculus Quest. So all I need to do is again launch SteamVR, and then I'll run my project, and basically that's it. One hand, another hand. Warming up, warming up. And yeah, where are you? Oh yeah, we have everything. Just a little bit glitchy because of, connection, Wi-Fi, something. Need to wait few seconds until it will be stabilized. Okay, now we have it. And where is my hands? Pretty interesting, another glitch. But okay, we have now we have SteamVR, and let's run Unity. So this is my project. All I need just to play it, and we will see. And this project in Unity can work with any kind of HMD or joysticks or gloves the same way. So what I have right now? Well, I have my hands. Definitely I have my hands. Do you see them? I guess yes. So, yeah. So I can do something. I can do some teleport gestures. I can snap. Turn, I can do snap turn, and I can move, yeah. So basically, yeah, pretty good. So I didn't use any kind of our plugins for Unity. All I did just download SteamVR plugin asset, SteamVR asset, and add it into the project. That's it. And yes. So I guess this is all about using gloves. I'm sorry it was so long, but well, it is what it is.